If the laptop hasn't been turned on in a while, the internal battery could be dead. If so, it will automatically go to the BIOS screen so you can set the date. You can also press F1 to enter the BIOS. Go down to Date and Time, use F5 and F6 to set date. In Config you can go down to Display and set the brightness to high. Hit Escape. Go down to Restart. Select Exit saving changes and confirm by selecting Yes. The laptop will restart and boot into Windows 98. When you get to the login screen, just press Enter. Once the machine is started, you can plug in USB accessories, external mouse and keyboard. For most new devices you will need to install drivers. These drivers are stored in the Windows 98 folder located on the C drive. Make sure the location is pointing to the Windows 98 folder and click Next. Most of the time it will find the drivers it needs and install them quickly. If you're trying to install a wireless mouse and keyboard, you might have more difficulty as those items did not exist when Windows 98 was released. There are several benchmarking programs installed on these laptops. The IBM T42 came in several configurations, including 3 different video chipsets. When benchmarking with program 3D Mark 99 Max, the results are almost identical across all variants of this laptop. When running the 2001 benchmarking program, you get faster results with machines running the 9000 series ATI video chipsets. Run the virtual CD drive to load CDs saved on the hard drive. Click on any of the 4 devices to load a virtual CD. Follow the shortcut to the folder directory. Select the game you want to load, and load the CUE file. Often the game will load as if you inserted the CD. In this instance, we want to run the game from the shortcut on the desktop. Some of the older game titles will require you to slow down the CPU. Throttle CPU will slow down the processor to work with older games. The shortcut on the desktop notes what to set the CPU speed. When you close the game, make sure to run the throttle CPU again and set the CPU speed back to 0. Here are more game examples that run great on this laptop. Unreal Tournament, 1999. Doom, 1993. Some folders contain multiple games. Open the folder to find several more games in that genre. Need for Speed 2 1997. Several of the games are able to run the 3D FX version of the game. Some games will require you to reduce the color palette to 256. Change it from 32-bit or 16-bit down to 256 and select OK. Several of the older MechWarrior games you are unable to remap the keys. The laptop includes a key remapper to give the games a modern keyboard layout. MechWarrior 2 Ghost Bear's Legacy in 1995. Make sure to return the keys back to the default once the game is complete. Halo 2001. Blood 1, 1997. This game is running in DOS. You can also run this game with the 3D FX executable to get higher resolution. Battlefield 1942, released in 2002. Delta Force 2, 1999. When voxels were the future of gaming. In most of these machines, the 20-year-old hard drive has been replaced with a SSD. The SSD is enclosed in a bay drive that can be difficult to install because of the IDE pins on the back of the enclosure. When installing the drive, make sure the pin side is up. Slide the drive into the side of the laptop. An uncommon tool to help install this drive is a butter knife. You can use the thin flat blade to tilt the bottom of the drive up so the IDE pins line up correctly. A common issue is plugging the drive into incorrect location, one row of pins off. If that happens, the laptop will not find the drive on boot up. Once it goes in correctly, you will often hear a snap or click. To install the drive door, simply slide the door over the opening. Reinstall the bottom screw, do not over-tighten.